beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of The Bloom Podcast, where we discuss everything self-development, wellness, and evolution. I am your host, Delila, and in this season, we are highlighting some of Houston's most impactful women who are out here killing it, all while serving their purpose. Now, help me welcome Jenny.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How is your 2023 starting?
It's going amazing. I'm loving it right now.
Amazing. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm happy to have you on. I feel like I haven't seen you
honored.
in forever.
I know.
Miss Ma'am done blew up on all of us. She's doing amazing. So I love to see it.
I try my best. But you've been doing amazing too.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying. So Jenny, many years ago, I used to get my hair braided like all the time, you know, before it became a huge controversial thing. I would still get my hair braided if I want to. I haven't really been, I don't know. I'm kind of going through this like very natural.
Yeah.
Like, I know right now I'm wearing a lot of makeup, but usually on a day-to-day, I try to like not really wear like lash extensions or like just, you know, very natural, right? Granted, I finally went through this huge transition where like I finally added highlights to my hair, so I feel kind of cool. But so Jenny was my braider.
Absolutely.
And then
used to be in consistently too.
Yes, I used to bring my sister,
I was gonna
my
say,
cousin.
I remember.
Everybody used to get their hair braided by Jenny. And then she has just flourished in her career, and she's doing great things to the point where she was booked years in advance. It was like a whole year one time.
Yeah, it was like about 3 to 4 months at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I was like,
it was crazy.
I'm sorry, but I cannot keep up with you.
No, I understand 100%.
So that's how Jenny and I met.
Yes.
So do you want to tell us a little bit more about who you are? What do you do? What are your titles?
Yeah, so I'm the owner of now Luxe Braidbar, used to be Braids by Jenny. I've been in business for about 7 years now, and I'm a mom, a wife. I'm currently in the process of growing my business while going to school. I've got a lot going on, honestly. Yeah, so I think I've done some pretty amazing things with my business while, you know, being here. So one of the biggest things was I was featured on Good Morning America. Yes. I don't know if you remember seeing anything about that.
I keep up with you.
Yes. Yeah, so that was pretty amazing. But yeah, that's me.
Nice. And how did that come about? Like the Good Morning America?
It was random. So it was around the time when the Knotless Braids kind of first started coming out, and they were looking for braiders that were doing them, I guess, really well. So they selected about 4 braiders within the U.S., and they featured them on their site.
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
So I was kind of mind blown when I initially found out. I was like in the car screaming with my husband, and he's just like, "What?" He's like, "The Good Morning America." I'm like,
yeah, like THE.
Yes,
Good Morning America.
So that was pretty amazing. That was amazing.
And how did they find you? Like, did they let you know how they found you?
No, I didn't. I wasn't even worried about asking. I'm just like, I'm glad.
Like I ain't asking too many questions.
Exactly.
Let's do it. Nice. That's funny. There's like I get reached out to by like different like brands and like events that happen in the city, and I never ask how they find me either.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like I'm gonna go, but a part of me like still wants to know how, but I'm too like shy to ask how.
Like how did you come about? Like how
did you find me? Little old me. How did you find
that's how
me?
I feel too. But
that is beautiful. It's so amazing. At that time, knotless braids were a thing. What are some of the trendy braid styles that are in right now?
Right now, it's of course still the knotless braids. There's like the bohemian ones with the curls that come out of them. The locks, which is like the ones that I have in now, and those are the 2 main ones. If I'm being completely honest,
okay,
the 2 biggest ones that's out right now.
And they're the ones that you get usually requested.
Those
are
like the most book styles for sure.
Okay,
yeah.
So tell us a little bit about how braiding piqued your interest. Like, how did it start? Where were you like in the point in life where you're like, this is something I really want to do, and I'm like really passionate about it?
Yeah. So initially when I started, it was more so like I just did it just to, you know, start building income, start getting money and everything. But something after having my first daughter, it kind of skyrocketed from there. Yeah. I took it a little more seriously, and it became a passion, and that's whenever, you know, I started doing more and started taking it more seriously.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I hope this is not like TMI or anything, but you were home based when I first met you. Yeah. I think that's like really important to showcase because of where you're at now. Yeah. And you're already we're speaking off camera, but she's trying to open up multiple locations, which I think is amazing. I think that'll inspire a lot of younger women and just women in general that are home based right now
Mm-hmm.
and are even taking a leap of faith of even taking on a career path that way or a passion that way, that eventually do want to have their own suite or their own space.
Yeah.
Take us a little through that transition, and how did that go?
That it was a little rough, if I'm being completely honest. So being home based, in the beginning, I did it because I had to do it, but I had to switch over. Of course, I had my kids with me, so it's a little more complicated when you have clients coming in and you don't really have that separate environment between work and and home. So. But trying to switch over from home to getting a suite, that was like the best thing that I could have done for my business. Because now, people can see me in a more professional setting, and it's not just, coming to my house and here it is. But yeah, it's been great.
Awesome.
It's been great.
I actually like home base.
Yeah.
If I'm not lying.
I have a lot of clients that prefer home base.
Yes.
You would be amazed. I thought it was the opposite, honestly, but when I started telling some of my clients I'm getting ready to move to the suite, they're like, oh no, and I'm just like, wait, I thought you wanted that.
I mean, we want what's best for you,
exactly.
But I don't know, it gives a more like intimate feel.
It does.
Like
it does.
I don't know, and then just you being like where you're based from.
Yeah.
It was like, she's from where I'm from.
Yep.
So like, it makes me feel good.
Yes. It's definitely, it takes work for sure. But it's worth it ultimately. It just depends on the person, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you have a suite.
Yes.
And you were talking a little bit about you said either a bigger space or multiple spaces.
Yeah. So right now I'm already in, it's a decent sized suite where I can have about 4 of us in there. Mm-hmm. But within that, suite, within the building, I can move up to even larger space. And I'm trying to have about 6 people per business, per space. I don't want to have too many people in one space, and it just kind of like takes away from that personal feel, like you were saying.
Yeah.
So once that's done and it's established, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next thing.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I have a question about braids,
Go
of course. What's like your favorite style so far in your whole journey? It doesn't have to be certain currently, but what's been your favorite style?
To do?
Yes.
The knotless braids.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're like known for knotless braids, right?
Yeah,
like,
I enjoy doing the knotless braids. It's honestly kind of therapeutic.
You feel like they're never going to go out of style?
No. Because the traditional box braids were in first.
Yes.
But those had so much tension to them. So when the knotless braids came in, it was a game changer for everyone.
Yeah.
So it's for sure going to stay around.
Game changer in what way, though?
I mean, that takes away from... Because most women, of course, we think of braids and automatically you think of this like 2-day span where you have to deal with your head pounding and it just feels like it's pulling and it's just a bunch of unnecessary stuff. So with the knotless, once you get those done, you can easily just put your hair up and, you feel free to do whatever you want to with them.
You can style it.
Yeah, you can style it as soon as you're done with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's completely different.
Awesome. What's the longest length that you've gone? Anything crazy?
I've done, the longest is knee length. It was about knee length.
And how long does that take?
Yeah, that took about 14 hours to do.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
because it was small.
By yourself?
Yes, there were some small braids. They were small and down to her knees, but
oh my
yeah,
goodness.
it took 14 hours. I think we started at like 7 a.m. because when she told me the length, I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to come a little earlier just to make it better. But we didn't leave until maybe about 9, 10,
Pause.
11.
This was like nonstop.
I mean, yeah, of course I stopped in between to eat and drink water and hydrate, but that was pretty much it. Nonstop. And I refused to come back the next day and be on the same day.
No, because if you come back the same day, something, God forbid, would have happened. It's like, no, you can't even say that.
No, we couldn't do it. I was like, no, we're going to finish this today.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it takes a lot. But no, I don't get that length too often. Most of the time it's like, waist length or butt length. But even that takes us, a good amount of time too.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in your chair like falling asleep and drooling and everything.
It takes a lot of time.
I'm a drooler, so like,
listen, I completely understand.
With the mouth open and everything.
No,
like,
I'm the same when I'm getting my hair done.
But you're so
it's relaxing.
sweet about that.
Oh,
like,
yeah, no. I tell my clients, they're just like, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, it's fine. Like,
yeah.
go to sleep.
Yeah. I mean, I've had tough braiders who are like, hey, you need to pick your head up. It's like,
no.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me get up.
You're so sweet about the whole thing. I remember you just kind of like, you didn't even wake me up. You like moved me around.
Just kind of like slightly just move the head. That's it.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me at all.
I used to take advantage of like the earlier times.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that's the best time to go.
Oh, how does a braider normally prepare their workspace and their day?
I mean, just to kind of make your day go smoother. For me personally, I prefer to have like hair set up. If I'm doing knotless braids, usually you have to feed the hair in, for example. So I like to have my hair rack set up and everything. Of course, a clean working environment, and just get my day started on the proper, the right foot. But I usually start my day off with some coffee too, because I definitely need that before starting. But yeah.
And what are some essentials that every braider should have?
Your products, for sure. Of course, water or snacks, things like that for your clients. Some, TV, entertainment, just music, just those type of things. Okay, whatever makes your clients feel comfortable.
Setting the vibes. And how has it been building those relationships with your clients? Like, do you have clients that have been with you from like the very beginning and still stuck around, and new clients? Like, how is that relationship building?
It's been great. I've had, like you said, people that's been with me since I started. Since I was home based up to now, and they've just kind of stuck with me throughout the whole process. And then I have my new clients, and I've really built relationships with a lot of these clients, not expecting to do so, but it's been great.
That's beautiful. And so you're also a mom.
Yes, to 2 girls.
Yes, a girl mom.
Yes.
That's so cool. So you were telling me off camera something really cute that I do want you to share with everybody about your daughter asking you a question. Can you tell us that, please?
Yes. So she finally realized that I was my own boss, and I didn't have, no one being my boss. And the moment she did, she was like, so, no one's over you? No one's your boss? And I'm just like, no. She's like, wow, that's so cool, Mommy. I'm just like,
I want to grow up and be just like
Chloe.
You.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, she understands a lot of what I do. She just, watches me throughout everything. So
has she ever been so inspired to the point where she's like, I want to braid?
Yeah. So recently she's kind of really been on this, I want to have my own business. And her and my sister is like 8 years old. So they're kind of close in age. They've been trying to figure out how to start a bracelet business and having specials. And I'm just like, I'm really happy to see that, honestly.
That is beautiful.
Yes. And they're also trying to put the little sister to work, too, saying that she'll just take the money. And I'm just like, she's doing something.
Put her to do something.
Yeah, something. That's good.
Can she count money?
No.
That's probably the wrong person to have.
Seriously, she'll just take it.
She can bag the bracelets. She can tie them at the end.
Yep.
Have her do something.
I'm telling you, just have her hand off the bracelets or something. But
it's so cute how they're even like bringing her
trying to
in.
incorporate her. Yeah, it's cute.
So young. Oh my gosh, they have a whole future ahead of them. That's beautiful.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what are some of the biggest misconceptions that people have in either like being an entrepreneur or being a braider?
To me, honestly, I think most people think being an entrepreneur is easy because, you don't have to answer to anyone. You do your own thing. But what a lot of people don't realize is you're responsible for everything. Like as far as, when you take your vacations or what you're going to do as far as finances going towards your business, separating your finances for yourself and just taking care of everything from beginning to end. And a lot of people, once they get into it, they realize it's really not that easy.
No.
It takes a lot more than what, we choose to show everyone. But,
yeah. Do you still manage your social media accounts?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do.
Okay. So
all that is like what I'm in the process also trying to offload a bunch of that to give myself, that space to breathe as well. So,
yes. Yeah. So I feel like you're like, what I'm hearing is that you're at a point in your career where you are venturing off into other things. You said you were in nursing school, right?
Yes.
And then you're still going to keep your business.
Yes.
And you're just going to hand off certain tasks and certain duties to other people, which I think is a great thing. I think once you get to a financial point, and it doesn't have to be like you're making all this money, but just like time for money. So it's like if I can pay somebody to take a workload of like 3 hours off, like it sounds worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you're still getting like some of that income for yourself.
So it's like, I kind of want my business to work for me without me having to physically be there and still do, what I want to do ultimately. So I
think that's amazing goal to have as an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
If not one of the top, like one of the top goals to have.
I feel like that's one of the main goals that most entrepreneurs do have.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So do you want to tell us a little bit about nursing school?
Yeah, right now I'm still just doing my basics, but it's been good. I really thought it was going to be overwhelming going into it because I'm just stepping back into it, but that's something that I wanted to do since, graduating high school. It's just the braiding kind of took over because it skyrocketed and I didn't expect it, but after a while, last year, I was just like, you know what, I'm ready now to go ahead and go. So, I went ahead and went for it.
Yeah. Always have options.
Absolutely.
I did recently see, I don't know if she was a braider, but I seen something on Instagram. It was this girl that was talking about like serving her purpose, right? And she used, I think it was braiding as an example and being a braider. And she's like, you have to go like where God calls you. So like you said, like maybe after high school, you did want to go straight into like nursing school. Yeah. But if God called you to braid for the next 7 years, it's like you're serving a purpose in those women's life. If it's, you know, making them feel beautiful or being kind with them. Maybe they come to your chair that day and they've had a rough week and then you're just so soft and gentle with them, and that's like 2 hours that they're sitting there getting that self-care, you know?
I'm telling you, sitting in a stylist chair can really change your entire day. But I've had people crying in the chair and everything. Like I've seen something.
You become a therapist.
Exactly. It's like you're really like a part-time therapist too. But it's amazing. I loved it. I'm not gonna lie.
It's beautiful.
It's been amazing.
So that's I definitely see how you could serve purpose in that and anything that you're doing, you know?
Absolutely.
So that's beautiful. And then now you're going to come into nursing and you're going to serve so much purpose in that as well, you know, being in help aiding to people's lives.
Oh, yeah. And I think it kind of just all worked out because I have a lot of clients that's nurses or, you know, doctors as well. And it's just like I've been getting a lot of advice and encouraging words from them too. So I think everything just kind of worked out how it needed to. But
alignment, so beautiful. I love it. Because what if you would have took it on right after high school and you would have
don't really have the support or mentality to be ready for it. Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then in that, what I'm hearing is like networking without it even like without that, how can I say, like you trying to network,
it's kind of just like coming to you.
Yes. Okay, so what are your top 3 favorite tools to use right now, or like must-haves, like a certain type of comb, a certain type of brand of gel, or any type of hair?
Me personally, I use Shine and Jam. That's my favorite to use. It holds really well. I just use a regular rat tail comb with the metal tip on it. And I mean, if we're talking about things that I like using, I like as far as booking sites, I use Acuity. It's like the best thing for me. Yeah.
Okay.
It's better than Style Seed for me.
Okay. Is that who you had started with?
I used to use Style Seed. Yeah, but now and then I switched over to Acuity, and it's a lot better. You know, you can put your pictures next to the styles and everything. Good descriptions. Yeah.
You've guided us on what it is to be the braider and what that looks like on a day to day. Yeah. What is the experience of a client in your seat like?
Most of my clients find me on Instagram. Like I prefer using Expression braiding hair. It's still, I think it's the same one that I used to use around the time that she came. That one and Rua, they're just like, you know, it lasts better. It lasts longer and it stays in better.
When I get my hair braided, I feel like my face looks a lot cleaner. Like, I don't know.
It's kind of like your face just clears up.
All the hair is away from your face and it's like the focus. And just wake up and go. You don't have to pop up some lip gloss and some mascara and you're
all
good
of
to
it.
go.
It cuts so much time. Like just me doing my kids' hair, the mornings are so much easier. Because whenever their hair isn't done, like we have a hectic morning trying to get everything taken care of. But with that being done, it's just like we get up and, you know, you take your bath, get dressed, whatever, and we go. Nice. Don't have to worry about combing your hair early in the morning.
Yes.
You have an attitude. But no.
Where do you find the time to squeeze in the girls to get their hair done?
It takes a lot, honestly. I mean, they have a braider that they go to.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so then that's just whenever I don't feel like doing it. But if I have time, then I'll just be like, okay, come on, let's just cut out a good 2 days and do this.
Okay, so what are some of your hobbies outside of your career? Like, what do you enjoy doing?
I enjoy being with my family. My family and my best friend.
Yes, her best friend is here. We have a guest today.
Absolutely. So I enjoy spending my time with them, with my husband, you know, finding times to do things, family vacations, things like that.
Nice. Yeah, any vacations plans?
Oh, yeah. This year we have a couple travel plans made up. So, you know, this is my year of I need to start focusing on doing, you know, more of things that I enjoy instead of just working. So so I'm definitely
you deserve it. You're so
Absolutely.
deserving of it. You've been working so hard.
Oh yeah.
Do you have a work bag?
No. I don't have a work bag.
Oh, okay.
Everything is in my suite. So.
Okay, so everything is there. It needs to be there.
No,
okay, I was gonna say, like, what is inside your purse? Or, like, what's inside your work bag? Like, what are like your go-to things that you have to carry with you at all times?
I keep a small purse with me, so I have like my, you know, my lip gloss and my car keys, my credit cards, things like that, and that's pretty much it. I keep it really simple.
Yeah. Same. I have literally like it's like a wallet that's like this
little, always
and if
keep
it doesn't
a small
fit
one.
in there, I'm
Yep,
like,
I'm not taking it.
keep it
Too
going.
much. Yes.
Unless I'm going to like dinner with friends.
Exactly.
Or, like,
then you have to be prepared.
Yeah, you have to have that little aesthetic
Yep.
to add the
Yep.
little
I'm
purse
usually the
in
one with the
there.
big purse that everyone's like, hey, let me put this in your purse. And I'm just
The mom of the group.
Yes.
Okay, that's another question. What in your friend group? What's your title? Like, are you the mom of the group? Are you like the planner? Are you the one that's like, what is it?
I would say probably a combination.
A combination of both.
Combination, yeah, definitely. Yeah, procrastinator. Oh, yeah, that's definitely.
You're like
me.
the invite me. I might say no.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I love when I'm invited.
But I'm really trying to go.
Love.
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. I've recently, I don't know. I feel like my title changes every now and then.
Yeah, I think it kind of
depends
just
on
depends.
the friend group
Yep.
too.
Yes, definitely.
Right now, I'm probably like, I don't even know.
Yeah, it's hard
I
to
have
figure.
ask. But at one point, I was the itinerary girl. Like I had to have an itinerary.
Everything
for
planned out.
everything.
Yep.
Oh, I'm over that.
Yeah, no.
Don't want to do it anymore. I'm like, you guys plan it out.
And I'll show up.
Me,
Yep.
and I say yes every time. I'll be there.
I'm telling you.
But I'm not.
I'm usually like the one, let's say if we're going to go on a trip or something, I'm trying to find like the Airbnbs or things like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Love. I have one more question about braiding.
Mm-hmm.
Have you booked any sorry, not booked. Have you hosted any like braiding classes, or do you have like one-on-one sessions where you teach other girls?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I've done one-on-one classes, and I kind of just like put a pause to that just to keep my focus on what I need to right now. But I'm gonna pick back up on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed doing that. But yeah.
So would you prefer like one-on-ones, or would you prefer like a workshop where you can like, let's say there's 10 girls versus 10 one-on-ones, you'll have like one class, and it teaches 10 girls at once?
That's something that I was trying to figure out too. I mean, I like the one-on-one feel because you can keep your focus on the one person.
True.
But if I was thinking about doing like a group class, I would need another braider in there with me just to make sure everyone gets the proper amount of attention that they need. Yeah, and it would have to be like a full day because you can't master braiding in like a day.
Yeah.
It takes a lot.
I don't know why I said 10. 10 is excessive.
Yeah. It's
probably like 4.
It definitely takes work for sure. But
wow. Yeah. Okay. And how long does a teaching class like that last? Like
usually
how many hours?
One-on-one, like we're going to keep going. I just close off my whole day. And depending on the person and how fast they move, we'll go ahead and just take our time with it. And once I feel like they're, confident in what they're doing, then we'll go ahead and be done with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Braiding sounds like a lot of work.
Absolutely.
A lot of work.
It takes a lot of patience.
So where do you squeeze the time to like have self-care, and what does self-care look like for you?
So I started really focusing on self-care this year. Funny that you ask. Before that, I really wasn't, taking care of myself too much. But this year, every month, I'll block off about a day or two, and I'll just go and just get my feet done, nails done, lashes, hair, whatever it is, and massage and all that, because of course you have to get a massage to take care of your body doing that all the time. But
nice.
So
well,
every
I'm
month
glad you're incorporating that. It's
yes,
very
absolutely.
much needed, and you look great.
Thank you.
So I think it's more so like besides just looking great on the outside, it's like taking care of your
mentally, absolutely. It shows on the outside for sure. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I have one more question before we get into the next segment. What is one thing, or it can be multiple things, that you are leaving in 2022 and you're not bringing into 2023 with you?
I would say just what I'm leaving into 2022. I think I'm trying to focus more on me, honestly, with this year. I'm definitely trying to focus on, doing things that make me happy, making sure that I take care of myself mentally, physically, eating better, watching what I put into my body, all those things. Yeah. So
beautiful. And I like that you said that it's like you're focusing on that now.
Yeah.
Because like you said before, it's been 7 years since you started your business.
It took a while.
So, people that are, starting their business, want to start braiding and see your story, they're going to know that that stuff doesn't happen overnight. It comes with a lot of work.
It does.
A lot of effort, a lot of time, and don't get discouraged because even 7 years in, you're finally like putting in the time to work on yourself. And I think that's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes.
One of the main mistakes a lot of braiders or just people in the beauty industry make in general is we don't take care of ourselves, like in the beginning of it, because we're so busy trying to get better and trying to get recognized more, build clientele, that we forget to take care of ourselves in the process. So it takes time for you to start realizing, okay, I need to take these days off and actually keep it off instead of someone asks, hey, can I come in? And you just decide, yeah, you can come in on my off day. No.
Yeah.
So I don't do that anymore.
No.
No, I used to do it, but not anymore. So
I do want to ask one question about, I don't know if this falls under marketing, but as far as like upping your prices, at what point in your career did you know, like, okay, I was charging, this is just an example, like $80 for this style, but now that I have such a good clientele base, I can up that to $120 and cut back on time and still get some of that time to either squeeze in another client or get some rest or like, time for money kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it all depends on, if you become more in demand. Like for me, I didn't up my prices until I started getting completely busy and I started offering my clients with more things, because it wouldn't make any sense to just say, hey, I'm going to charge you more, but nothing's changing. So, so once I started becoming more in demand and I started providing certain extra services and things like that, that's whenever I decided, okay, so we're going to up these prices for these styles, and kept going like that.
And what are some of the services that you started adding that gave it that up in price?
So initially I wasn't doing like the lock, some of the lock styles, like the distress locks. Those usually come with the hair and everything. So everything is already, I provide everything for the clients before they even get there, and prep before they get there. With the knotless braids, it's like the Bohemian knotless, for example. Those are done with like human hair, human curly hair. Yeah. So that's also another style that, increased. That's more than the regular knotless braids.
Okay. And has there been a style that you've done before that you ended up having to like take out or you don't do anymore?
Yeah. The passion twists. I don't know if you remember. They're so pretty, but they do not last. If I'm being completely honest.
They don't, because it's literally just a twist.
Yeah. So the hair is so soft that it doesn't matter what hair texture you put it on. 9 times out of 10, it's not going to last very long. And I just don't find, any reason to keep something like that on there and charge the amount that I was charging. Okay. So it's just like, no.
And you don't respond to DMs?
Oh, yeah, no, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
People still reach out to you on DMs and you respond?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
so I try my best. I try my very best because, of course, a lot of people will get into, sending DMs and everything, and everybody gets pushed down. But I try my best to respond to everyone in a decent amount of time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, because I know a lot of, like, people that are kind of like where you're at.
Yeah, they're like, no DMs. No DMs. Absolutely. Yeah, at one point I was like that, but then my DMs just kept building up, and I'm just like, okay, let me just respond to some people.
Yeah. But that in itself takes so much time.
Yeah, it does. Like, so you have like the text messages, the DMs, the emails. It's just like all over the place. Yeah. So I kind of understand, the people that say no DMs. It's to kind of keep control of everything. But yeah, it gets hectic.
Wow. And eventually you have somebody come in and like handle that.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I can't wait till you get there. Yes, that sounds exciting. More free time for you. Yes. I think that's like the best.
Yes, absolutely.
The best, especially as an entrepreneur. What are some tips that you would give to aspiring braiders that are either interested in starting in that career path or already there and just need a little guidance?
I would say definitely know your worth going into it. Some people will try to question you or try to, change up like your prices or ask for something different when you charge a certain amount. Another thing I would say that's definitely important is, self-care. Make sure you take care of yourself in the process. Don't lose yourself in getting money all the time and, working nonstop, because it's not healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are beautiful. I love that.
Thank you.
The next segment is called to leave a message at the beep. Okay. So what that consists of is that the guest before you left you an inspiring message.
Okay.
And then you're going to get to hear it. Okay. And after that, you will then leave a message for the next guest, and it just keeps going and going and going. Her name is Chelsea. She's in the health industry.
Okay.
She does holistic health. Very natural foods.
Yeah.
She explained a lot of great things to me that I didn't know. And she just kind of takes people through that journey of how to start like a better, healthy lifestyle. Yeah. So yeah, she has some kind words for you.
Okay.
So I would say that the next guest to know that you are enough, you are loved, you are beautiful, and everything that you go through in life, you have to take the good with the bad, because the bad is what creates who you are. Because in life, we have to have good and bad to have a balance, and to just always trust yourself and believe in yourself. Because if nobody else is there for you other than God, you have to have you and love on you. And I feel like just doing that, keeping those things in mind, is going to create you to blossom into the woman or the male that you is truly meant to be. And just always keep God first.
I love that.
Yes. So you can go into detail, keep it as short or cute or long, just personable, be you. And yeah, when you're ready, you can leave the next guest their message.
The message I would give for the next guest is to be intentional and to take care of yourself, be true to yourself. And no matter what life throws at you, just keep pushing, keep going, because life has some great things in store for you.
Amen. I love that.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on today.
Absolutely. It was an honor.
Before you leave, we do have a little gift for you.
Oh, okay.
And I just want to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing, keep walking in your purpose, keep venturing out and reinventing yourself as many times as you need to.
Yes.
And so I'm just give you your flowers.
Oh, thank you.
Literally give you your flowers. Know that you're deserving of everything great that's coming your way. And just keep being great.
Things are beautiful.
Alrighty. Thank you everyone for tuning into this episode, and I'll catch you on the next one.